It is currently Tuesday, 12:30 a.m., something like that. Recording in the closet because I recorded this in the daytime after a long 7-hour shift at my restaurant job, just for me to have to adjust my tripod for 20 minutes. And to find out that after I recorded that video in the daytime in the beautiful sunlight, the audio was not recording because the mic was not charged. And that was my last straw of the day. Anyways, hi, if you're new here, my name is Renika Shadora and I'm an artist. If you're not new here, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I haven't recorded a video in a while, but like I said, I have a restaurant job now. I feel like I said that weird. I'm just so tired from that job that when I do find time to create paintings, I don't feel like filming it and I don't have anything interesting to talk about. But today, fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I do. Today I'll be talking about an art project gone wrong. Anyway, I finished a painting Thursday night. I believe Thursday night. Days are blending together. And I bought some resin too. Well, my mom bought me resin off of Amazon because she knows I use so much of it. And it was 32 ounce per bottle, right? Per parts, anyway. And it came with this little rounded scraper. I'll show a picture of it because I don't know the proper name for it. And I thought it was to spread the resin all around. And so I did that. However, the first layer didn't turn out right. So I thought, oh, why not just pour some more? If I pour some more, a second coat, it'll turn out perfectly. I was wrong. So yeah, I did the resin on Friday. And it was still sticky for a few days. So I decided to wait until after work on Monday to see if I can fix it. I read somewhere online on Reddit that if you sand it down, maybe that'll fix it. I got like one of those hand sanders at Walmart, but then I saw some sandpaper sponges and I thought, oh, that will work. Again, wrong was I. And so I tried scraping it down. It didn't work and it was still sticky. I was like, okay, maybe I just need to wait a while longer. So I tried to do that, and then, well, I'll just show the footage here. So this is what I mean when I said the resin did not turn out well. It maybe the spreading it around tool didn't impact it as much as I did, and maybe it was the weather because I know it was windy that day, or it was supposed to rain. I don't think it rained during that time, but maybe I didn't hear it. So yeah, ended up very mushy. And this is after I used the sandpaper sponges. As you can see, the black started to stick to the painting. I thought the painting was dry. I was wrong, and I had to throw the painting away. The first part of the whole ordeal was I was just starting to like that painting. I had an idea of using gemstones for a painting. I fixed the pose because the pose I had in mind, I couldn't draw it that well, or I didn't think I was capable of drawing that well. So I did the face looking upward. And after I finished the painting, I wasn't sure I completely liked it. I was like, I don't know. Then a few days later, I was like, you know what? I actually do like it. I'm going to pour resin on it and I'm going to sell it. So yeah, just when I was starting to like it, boom, taken away from me. My own doing. Not only that, I used the scraping around method for 2 other paintings. One of the paintings ended up being fine. The second painting, however, had to also be thrown away. Not to mention minor inconveniences throughout this week during the day, so it was just like, oof, what else can go wrong, you know? So for my people who are getting into resin, make sure not only do you read the instructions, watch videos, and go to reviews on Reddit about what to do, mixtures and stuff like that, and people's experience. Also, get recommendations on the right type of resin. I don't want to say it was completely the brand of resin that I got, but I will say I definitely didn't check the reviews. I just thought this amount seems fine. But again, it might not have been the brand's fault. It was more likely just how I applied it. Speaking of, for applying resin, I tend to, after I pour all the resin into the middle, wait, first, sorry, I know I'm all over the place. make sure when you're pouring the mixtures it's 1 to 1, because if not, it will be sticky. A second coat can fix it, but still it has to be 1 to 1 in order to work. So yeah, after I put the two mixtures together, I pour it all. After stirring it, I pour it all in the middle, and then I take my hands and spread it around. That seems to get the job done. It has worked for me. Maybe there's better ways, but that has worked for me personally. And also wait at least 3 hours between coats. Usually one coat gets the job done for me, depending on how big it is. Like if this is 16 by 20, one coat should be pretty good, but 2 coats may also help. If you do mess up, like I did, don't get sandpaper sponges. Maybe just get like the sander machine or whatever, or try not to mess up like I did. Don't do what I do. Like I said, this major disappointment was just the number one, was on the top of my long list of inconveniences this week. And I was starting to question my artistic abilities a bit, just because I can get in my head with, my anxiety and my mind being neurospicy. And so I was like, oh, this proves that I'm not a good artist. This proves I need to stop. Maybe I should take a break. Clearly, I'm not as good as I thought I am, but it's like, no, I'm an artist. You're going to have mess ups. You're going to have fails. You're going to make mistakes. It's part of life and it's part of your artistic journey. And I know this painting doesn't define my artistic career, but it still sucks because, as an artist that's on social media, when you're posting, you're always like, oh, what if this is the one painting that sells, that goes big? What if I miss my chance? But not necessarily. I have many great works. So this, again, one painting doesn't define my artistic career. So yeah, if you make a mistake, if you mess up a painting, it does not define your artistic journey or your life or your abilities. But on the bright side, at least it wasn't a commission. Commission, yeah. If this had been a commission, this would have stopped me from making art for a long, long, long time, probably. Also, I just need to show someone this. So, I was moving a box at my job and I cut my arm somehow. It's not a bad cut, it's just like a paper cut. And I'm like, bro, it would be me. Fortunately, not the first time I've injured myself at work. Probably won't be the last time either. So earlier today, when I realized that I couldn't fix the painting, I told my mom about it, and she was like, "Oh, you make it over." Technically, it's true, but I can't make it the way that I just did. It's not easy for me to recreate a painting, you know. And I admit that's where I fall short as an artist, my inconsistencies. Like, yes, I have different art styles that I love, but I think when it comes down to the fundamentals, like I said, I'm inconsistent. So if I try to recreate a painting, it's not the same. Also, when my mom said that, it's like, yeah, I know. It's one of the things where people are like, it's not the end of the world. I know it's not the end of the world. But can we just admit for one moment that it sucks? Like, in order for me to move forward, I need to admit the truth. I need to face reality. Like, hey, this was a mess up. This sucks. I'm disappointed. I feel saddened by this. I need to face my feelings and then create more art, you know? So yeah, out of 4 resin pouring projects, only 2 turned out right. Kind of sucks, but hey, I still got 2 other paintings. I still have my Into the Dreamland painting, which I think looks really cool. I'll put a picture here, maybe some video. I think that's all I mentioned in the original video. I can't remember anything else, and I can't rewatch the video because there is no sound. But anyway, I hope you were able to get something valuable from this video. Lessons learned about resin and art projects gone wrong. Please share a time an art project has gone wrong for you. I'm going to try to get back to posting regularly and just talk about artistic problems or, yeah, more drawing videos. But if you have anything you would like for me to talk about, please let me know. I may talk about having a day job, specifically working in the food industry as an artist. But I don't see how that's art related. You can watch 1,000 videos about working in a restaurant. Anyway, I might share that video anyway just to post something. If you have anything you would like for me to talk about, please let me know. As always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning. Bye.